Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Gate Ruler video. We are going to be talking about the remaining half or so of the Dragon structure deck, and I think this might be one of the highest quality starter deck structure decks I've seen in any game. I think when Ikeda was like, hey, zombies, you buy 2 of those, it's probably going to be top tier. And I think he was right, but more about that in tomorrow's video. I'm going to be finishing off my discussion. So you should subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you get notified. Like that? Was that slick? I don't think it was slick, but anyway. We were kind of, certainly I was expecting that to be the better one, but reading the Dragons cards that exist here, they are nuts. This deck, I think basically Gate Ruler has some of the highest quality starter decks I've ever seen, because these look really good. Let's not delay any further then, and we'll get started. Here we have our first card, which is Velgulsta of Thunderous Wings. This is a Wind Dragon Lord. When you normal summon a dragon, you pay 1 less energy for its cost, and this is a level 3 4/7/2. So that's a pretty nice effect to have on something this beefy. It's going to make it a target for your opponent's removal, but I don't think that's like too big of an issue. You have a lot of ways of making sure your opponent can't just instantly like deal with your stuff. Like the sheer stat value this deck has, combined with the access to the defensive tools, you have good access to defensive tools. Let me just say that. So I think this is very strong. If you have this with a Canhel, you're playing everything for 1 or less. So, you know, that's nuts. And your opponent is like going to want to deal with that as a priority, which is sort of like buying you time to just, you know, keep building resources because they're not killing you. So either way, it's kind of a win-win. And of course, it's a level 3, which means you can, for example, a very common combo you're going to see, and I won't say this for every card, but like keep this in mind, is Genesis into a Magvarius, or, you know, something like that with a big on-play crazy effect, butterfly effect, go into this, for example. Now you've got your 7 HP beat stick, which is fine, and you're reducing cost of energy for your future dragons, so you know, you just stonks and you just put one of your best counters right back in your deck to either Genesis out again or hit. So, yeah, pretty good. Next, we have got Mysterion of White Fog. Now, this is a level 2. It is a dragon and a darkness, so relevant there. Both relevant traits. Valagora. When special summoned, choose 1 level 1 or lower enemy unit and destroy it. If you do, heal 1. And this is a 6/1/2. So this is just, again, very good. And I think the thing, again, to keep in mind is Butterfly Effect means that you have access to this toolbox of dragons in your deck that you didn't necessarily, you didn't have before as consistently, because before you were relying on Genesis summoning something out, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but now you can chain these special summons, doing 2, 3, even 4 potentially in one turn of these like big dragons to just absolutely destroy your opponent's advantage and really set them back, because like you've got a lot of good stuff here. Like, let me say, so here destroying level 1s or less and healing 1 stonks. This is just very good. The next card is another example of a really good one, which is Garrus the Icebreaker. This is a level 2 dragon beast water. Counter is to send this to the graveyard, and the ability is Frozen Hell. When this enters the field, choose one of your opponent's set cards or field cards and destroy it. So between this and the previous card I just talked about, we now have set destruction, field destruction, and level 1 or less destruction. Completely accessible as a toolbox. The stats on this are pretty reasonable as well. It's a 4/4/2. There's a level 1 vanilla stats, so you're just paying a little premium there on the level for all the attributes and stuff, but I think the toolbox value is easily worth it. Yeah, this is just very good. It's one of those ones where like it's a very clear example of something you Genesis into, you get the advantage, and you want to butterfly effect it away immediately or Genesis it away again just to build stats. I think the way that, granted I haven't tried it, so I could be wrong, but in principle to me, the way I see this deck flowing is you want to bring out all these on-entry effects, get them off, but you want to finish your turn on like just some stats. Something like just a stat body that if it dies, fine. It's difficult for it to die, and you're not losing anything too much. You still got access to your whole toolbox. Golden Sword. This is a combat technique, level 3. This is the artwork, and I was so excited for Yamigeto. It's clear reference, very inspired by. I think it's probably coming in set 3 then, maybe set 4 or something. Look. This card is nuts. This card is one of the best cards in the game, period. Counter, play this. Use timing, set and use at any moment if you have a level 3 or higher dragon on your field. Which obviously, this use timing doesn't matter for the counter. Choose one level 3 or lower enemy unit. It loses all abilities and is destroyed. While this event is on the gate, neither player can play cards nor use abilities. This card's ridiculous. This card's completely nuts. This is the best removal in the game. There's no interaction with this. You lock off further interaction, so you can respond with this, and then you lock off further interaction because it locks the gate essentially. Maybe they'll use that term, lock the gate. I'm gonna go with that. It locks the gate. I think that's pretty cute. Yes, I think I will be going with lock the gate. Anyway, so your opponent can't really do anything about it. Once you have selected this target for destruction, that's it. It's dying. And it's a counter to just play it, so it's a nuts thing to hit. There's no restrictions on the zones. The only thing that's going to start dodging this is when we get higher than level 3, which obviously, we have a level 4 event, so we know that will come eventually. But yeah, it loses all abilities and is destroyed. So I'm pretty sure stuff like this can't be targeted will get around this. I can't remember if Daijinki can't be targeted or is unaffected by. If it's unaffected by, then I'm pretty sure this will bypass that. But I will get back to you when I do my full trial deck review. I'll be specific on that, and I'll let you know for sure, because I'm going to test all this stuff out before I give my actual end thoughts. This is just a sort of a first reaction and review. Anyway, on to the Wonderverse stuff. So here we've got Dragon of Id. So this is a Dragon Beast, level 2, 4/3/1. Counter, choose one non-legend Dragon or Beast unit from your graveyard and add it to your hand. If you do, you take 1 damage. I think this is a pretty interesting counter. I don't know how good it is. I assume, I think it's pretty good. It's nice. It lets you toolbox your grave for stuff that you've lost, because I imagine you're going to be running lots of dragons at low counts in this deck. So I think that's pretty good. And then the main effect is Drago Margaret. Your opponent cannot activate counters from this unit's damage, so that's an id effect, just only on 1 damage. But as a finisher, if your opponent's only on 1 life, then you can just butterfly effect into this and guarantee the kill, which is nice. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. I don't know you'd want to run too many of it though, but definitely a nice tool. Onto the events, and these are cracked. Level 0. They're all level 0. This one has counter. It's called Space Cave. The attribute is famous location. Counter, choose your opponent's ruler or an enemy unit and rest it. Let's stop there. That's one of the best defensive counters in the game. We've seen it so far on a level 4 and a level 3 spell. So here you're getting it on a level 0. Okay, fine. Let's see what the actual effect is. Use timing, set and use when you're dealt damage. Reduce that damage by 2. Oh, so it's a flying shield, just slightly restricted with one of the best counters in the game. Cool. I expect to see this shit everywhere. This is free. This is free value. You play this. This is nuts. As long as you can justify the counter space, which you really should be able to, you play this. This is mad. Next, Space Carthage. Another famous location. Use timing on this one is immediate. Choose one of your level 3 or higher units and send it to the graveyard. If you do, recover 1 life. This is an interesting card. It's just one of those ones where if you're going to lose the thing anyway, you might as well plus off it. Though, I don't think you're going to end up playing it in the final build, because it's so it's not a bad card. Of course, healing for 0 is great. And the timings when you're going to use this it's essentially going to be a free heal. But it's also just I don't know that you'd want to waste your deck space on this, because I assure you those are 50 card spots that are going to be hotly contended for, because just everything in this game is so good that this is just I don't think it's going to make the cut, but maybe I'll be wrong. I don't think I am though. And the final card, ending off on a bang, not quite as good as Golden Sword, but my god, this is really good. Another level 0, Ice Flame Mineral. This is an object or gem. Use timing. Set and use if you have a fire or water on your field. When your opponent's unit, when your unit is being chosen by your opponent's event or ability. So fire and water on your field, firstly, means this is absolutely not restricted to dragons at all. This is going to be usable for any deck based around something with those attributes. In terms of fire and water, big ones, Detonizer is a fire and water. Obviously Magvarius is fire. So there's a few big dragons here that will be useful, that have got one of those two traits. What does this do? Negate the event ability. I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. Yeah, I think it's fairly obvious. That's really good. The only question is how many are you running, not if you're running it. And that's just going to come down to playtesting and how often you end up in a fire or water. If it's enough to justify playing this at high counts, cool. You may end up just using this. To be fair, it might not make the cut if there's not enough good fire or waters at the moment. There might not be, because off the top of my head, there actually aren't that many. But we'll need to see. It's definitely a card you will forever keep in mind, because once like the threshold number of fire or waters you're playing gets big enough that this is live a lot of the time, then you'll just play it because suddenly you're targeting me for destruction? No. Oh, you're targeting me to do this? No. Pretty good. So there we go. That's the Dragon starter deck. The rest of it, as you heard from my preamble at the start, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's very, very strong. This is, this is a very high quality of card. Now, the one thing is it only comes with one golden sword, and that's pretty scummy. That's not okay. Hello. You may have noticed that I look a little bit different. Since I recorded this video, a few things have happened. One, I've got a haircut. Please don't roast it too bad. It was my sister's home job. And two, they've official Gate Ruler accounts made a statement regarding the Golden Sword whole issue. Basically, like, it kind of blew up on Twitter this morning. The TLDR is they have apologised and they are going to be doing a promo distribution of Golden Sword. They are planning to do it in April, so like very soon. So hopefully either they change it in English to give us at least 2 per starter deck, or they just include a promo copy with every single starter deck you buy. Either way, I think that is a perfectly reasonable solution. I just wanted to include this here so you are aware. Things have changed since I said that. Anyway, back to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it useful. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more Gate Ruler content. If you want to pick up Gate Ruler, use my links in the description, help support the channel. I need money because I want to whale. And yeah, I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video where I'm going to be discussing all the remaining zombie cards. Also, deck building live stream coming soon. Follow me in my socials, linked in the description on twitch.tv/AiboYT. I'm going to be doing, at the moment I have a list, something like 20 decks I want to build in that stream. So probably more than one, but yeah, for updates about that, follow me on socials. I'll upload a video when I am going live though, so you're aware. Anyway, that's it. See you guys tomorrow. Cheers.